Hi, I'm Andy with Andy's Pipe Dream Plumbing. Today we are going to show you how to service a tankless water heater. We recommend this every year, and we're going to go through step-by-step process so you can do this yourself, or if you don't want to, you can pay us to do it. Alright, so here's the first thing you're going to need is white distilled vinegar, and it doesn't matter what brand, but you need 2 gallons. Okay, so the second item you're going to need is a common pool pump that just has a regular hose thread connection. You can get these at almost any hardware store. The third thing you're going to need is 2 standard 60-inch washer hoses. This just makes the process easier by having the longer hoses. Number 4, you're going to need a common pair of channel locks. Just any adjustable wrench is going to work fine. Alright, so the last thing you need is 1 5-gallon bucket, and I'm going to have Chad walk through the service while I describe what he's doing. This is Chad. He's going to be walking us through the service today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to unplug the tankless water heater. Once we've got that unplugged, we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut the water off to the heater on both the ingoing and outgoing side of the heater. Okay, so the next step is we're going to want to go ahead and hook the hoses up. Now, not every single tankless water heater looks the same, but they all have a service point for you to be able to tie hoses to do it if they were installed properly, which we always do. Okay, so our next step is to go ahead and tie the hoses to the outlets, and then we're going to tie the cold side to the pump, and the hot side's just going to hang down into the bucket. Once he has these all snugged up, now we're going to go ahead, like I said, and tie the cold side to the pump. Okay, so next we'll go ahead and set the pump in the bucket, and then the hose that's connected to the hot side we'll just put in the bucket loose. And we'll go ahead and add our 2 gallons of vinegar to the bucket. The next step is we're going to go ahead and where the hoses connect, we're going to open the 2 valves on the drain side. The last step in our setup process is to go ahead and just plug in the pump. So why do we want to do this? The tankless water heater is a great device, but if you don't service it, you're not going to have it last very long. These should last about 20 years, but they'll last about 2 years if you don't do your yearly service. After about 2 to 3 years of not doing this, you're going to start to have trouble. When you do the service every year, we rarely see you. Once you've gone through the 30-minute cycle of just letting it pump through and getting it cleaned out, it's now time to go ahead and reverse the process and get it back into service. Reverse what we did earlier by unplugging the pump. The next step is to go ahead and shut off the 2 drain valves where the hoses are connected. We'll take our pliers and detach both hoses and just set them down into the bucket. We'll replace our drain caps, and we'll turn both the hot and cold water supply back on. The next step, we just want to go anywhere in the house and open the hot side of the faucet, let it run for about 5 minutes so we can flush all of the vinegar out of the system. The last step we have is, after we've flushed it out, plug it in. Alright, so when we install a tankless water heater, we usually recommend that you put a whole house filter in. This protects the heater in the long run, and usually it's something that we can go ahead and do each year when we service the water heater. We're going to go through step by step very quickly to show you how you can change your own filter. The first step in this process is to shut the water off before the filter. Now once you have the water all the way off, we can go anywhere in the house and open a cold water faucet and just let it drain down. So our next step is we're going to take the special filter wrench that comes with the filter system itself to remove the housing while holding a 5-gallon bucket underneath to catch any overflow that might be left in the system. Once you have it broke loose, you can pull your wrench off and untighten it by hand once you have the water drained out. Now we'll loosen this until the filter housing just drops in the bucket. That'll catch any water that's still in there and allow you easy access to change the filter membrane that's inside the housing. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump this water out of here, and Notice that the O-ring that seals it is over in his hand. You want to make sure you save that. And if you want to take a look at, just see how dirty this old filter is. Now, a special note is there's still going to be a little bit of residual water in the pipe, so it's always handy. As you can see, he has a second bucket set up to go ahead and catch that water while he's doing his work. Once you've discarded the old filter, unwrap the new filter and place it in the canister. Once in the housing, replace the O-ring in the groove at the very top, and you're ready to hand tighten the filter back into place. Now we're going to hand tighten the filter housing back to the filter mount. Once it feels snug, we'll grab our filter wrench and just give it one good quarter turn tighten to make sure that we've got it all sealed up. The last step is we're going to slowly turn the water back on while checking for leaks. So this completes our demo on how to do a yearly service on a tankless water heater, and if you have a pre-filter, how to go ahead and change that at the same time as well. If you'd like to contact us, you can always go through our website at andyspipedream.com, and just know that we serve the Kansas City metro area and the Colorado Northern Front Range. Thank you.